Welcome to the deep dive, where we really get into the details behind the headlines.
Unpacking what actually matters.
Exactly.
Mm.
And today we're looking at something huge, truly transformative that just landed, OpenAI's new ChatGPT agent. It was unveiled July 17th, 2025.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Right, because up to now, ChatGPT's been, like your co-pilot. Great for brainstorming, drafting stuff, answering questions.
Indispensable for many, yeah.
But this new agent mode, it's a total shift. It's not just assisting anymore. It actually does things for you, performs action.
It's moved from advisor to, well, an actor.
Mm.
A digital assistant that executes tasks.
So our mission today, let's unpack what this agent thing really is, what it can actually do for you, the listener, and how it's probably going to change how you work with AI, maybe fundamentally.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so in simple terms, what is the ChatGPT agent?
At its core, it's a new mode you switch on in ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, it becomes this smart, sort of autonomous assistant that can actually do tasks on your behalf.
So it's way beyond just a chatbot then.
Oh, completely. Think of it more like a system. It figures out your request, plans the steps needed,
Okay.
and then it actually uses tools. Like it can use a web browser, run code, edit files, even use a command line terminal to get the job done.
Wow.
But crucially, and we'll talk more about this, you're always kept in control. It doesn't just run off and do things.
Right, that's important. So the analogy, what's a good way for people to picture this?
Imagine like giving ChatGPT its own keyboard and mouse, access to a browser, maybe some apps like spreadsheets or presentation software,
Yeah.
and then you just watch it go through your to-do list. That's kind of the vibe. It's working digitally like a person would.
Okay, that makes sense. So let's contrast it. How is this really different from the regular ChatGPT we've been using? Because GPT-4L could already browse and stuff, right?
It could, yeah, if you had Pro or Team,
Mhm.
but this is a massive leap. Regular ChatGPT answers, remembers context, browses, runs code snippets.
The co-pilot functions.
Exactly. The agent takes it much further into active execution. The key difference is agency. It can act independently, following a plan.
So what are those key distinctions, like practically speaking?
Well, number one, it handles multi-step workflows, complex sequences of actions.
Not just one-off answers.
Right. Two, it can actually interact with websites, like filling out forms, clicking buttons, navigating pages.
Seriously. Clicking buttons.
Yep. With your permission, of course. Three,
Mhm.
it creates and edits real files, spreadsheets, slide decks, documents that you can then download and use.
That's huge.
And finally, it has this watch mode and really explicit user control over its actions.
Yeah.
You see what it's doing, you prove the key steps. That's vital.
Absolutely vital. Okay, so that agent versus co-pilot difference is clear, which obviously leads to the big question. How do we, get our hands on this? How do you actually start using it?
Good question. First things first. You need the right subscription plan.
Ah.
It's part of the Pro plan, which gets you 400 agent messages a month. Or it's on the Plus or Team plans, which offer 40 agent messages a month.
Agent messages. We'll need to define that later.
We will. And one important note for listeners outside the U.S., it's not yet available in Europe. They're working through regulatory compliance stuff.
Okay, good to know. So assuming you have the right plan and you're not in Europe for now, how do you turn it on?
Simple enough. Go to chat.openai.com, log in, make sure you're using the GPT-4o model that's the required one.
Right, the latest model.
Yep. Then start a new chat, look for settings in the sidebar on the left, click into tools, and you should see a toggle for agent. Flip that on.
And it tells you it's active.
Yeah, you'll get a little message like, agent tools are now enabled.
Okay, activated. Now what? How do you tell it what to do? What kind of prompts work?
Once it's on, you just talk to it like you might an assistant.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask it to perform tasks. So things like, book a dinner table for 3 people at 9 p.m. tomorrow night.
A real booking.
Yeah. Or more work-focused. Create a slide deck comparing our product with these 4 competitors. Or even make me a spreadsheet showing SaaS growth projections over 12 months with these parameters.
That is genuinely kind of mind-blowing. But okay, the control aspect. It's doing things, clicking things, maybe using your accounts. How do you make sure it doesn't, go rogue?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And OpenAI seems very focused on this. The core safety feature is explicit permission.
Meaning?
Meaning when the agent needs to do something critical, like clicks that final Book Now button, submit a form, actually make a purchase, or modify a file, it has to ask you first. A prompt pops up asking for your okay.
Okay, so it checks in.
Always for key actions. Plus, there's that watch mode we mentioned. You can literally watch its screen as it works through the steps, like screen sharing. but you're the boss.
And you can stop it.
Instantly. Pause or stop any action, anytime. If you don't like what you see or want to change direction.
That's reassuring. And then, assuming it completes the task successfully, what do you get back?
Depends on the task, really. It might give you a file to download the slides, the spreadsheet.
Makes sense.
Or it could provide a summary, like a meeting brief, or the results of its research. Or sometimes it's just a confirmation. Okay, I've added that event to your calendar, or reservation confirmed.
Gotcha. Now, the source material had a good tip for starting out.
Yeah, start simple. Don't try to automate your entire life on day one.
Right. Like maybe ask it to summarize your calendar for the day, or do a quick competitor lookup.
Exactly. Get a feel for it. Then, once you're comfortable, you can explore the more complex stuff, filling forms, managing files, maybe even connecting APIs for deeper integration.
Ease into it and build that trust.
Precisely. That iterative approach is key. And to really show what's possible, let's talk concrete examples, real-world stuff.
Yeah, let's do that. What can it actually do for you?
Okay, imagine starting your workday. You could say, summarize my calendar for today, find some quick info on each client I'm meeting, and draft a simple agenda for each meeting.
And it would.
You would check your connected calendar, browse the web for company details or recent news about the clients, and then pull it all together into a briefing document for you. Saves a ton of prep time.
Okay, that's immediately useful. What about outside of work? You mentioned booking things.
Totally. Think about meal planning. Maybe plan a Japanese breakfast for 4 people. Find a good recipe, create a shopping list based on it, and see if I can order the ingredients from Amazon Fresh.
Whoa, can it actually place the order?
It can browse recipes, generate the list, check stock on Amazon Fresh, and potentially even preload your cart. Final checkout would likely still need your click, but it does all the legwork.
That's still amazing for just, like, daily life stuff.
It automates those tedious multi-step things. Another big one, competitive research. You tell it, compare our product with these 3 competitors. Focus on features, pricing, and recent reviews. Then, create a slide deck for the marketing team.
And it builds the actual slides.
Yeah. It pulls the info from websites, maybe news articles, product documentation, synthesizes it, and structures it into a presentation. It could even try to match your usual style if you give it examples. You get an editable file back.
That's incredible. What used to take hours, maybe days.
Exactly. And spreadsheets. You mentioned
The
that.
nemesis, yes.
You could say, make me a SaaS revenue projection sheet. Start with this MRR, assume 8% monthly growth, factor in a 2% churn rate, and project it for 18 months.
And it just builds it, formulas and all.
Yep. It essentially opens a virtual spreadsheet, inputs the data, sets up the formulas, maybe adds some basic formatting or charts, and then gives you the downloadable, editable file.
That's a game changer for anyone needing quick models or Dataville.
For sure. Or even personal stuff like find a nice Italian restaurant nearby, book a table for 2 around 7 p.m. on Friday, and then add it to my calendar. It could potentially navigate OpenTable or Resi, find a slot, book it with approval, and sync to your Google Calendar.
Automating the annoying bits of life admin.
And think about form filling. Tasks like log into my vendor portal site, navigate to the Upload Invoice section, upload this PDF file, and fill in the invoice number and amount from the file name.
It can do logins.
With your permission and securely stored credentials? Potentially, yes. It simulates the clicks, the typing into fields, selecting from dropdowns. Again, always asking for approval before submitting sensitive info.
Like having a virtual intern handling the clicks.
Pretty much.
Right.
And this rolls right into business applications. It's not just personal tasks.
Right. How does this change things for specific roles?
Well, think about sales. It can help research and qualify leads, draft personalized outreach emails, maybe even summarize past interactions before a call.
Okay.
Marketing, competitor analysis, like we said, drafting content briefs based on SEO research, maybe even setting up basic ad campaign structures.
Customer support.
Drafting replies to common questions, autofilling support tickets with customer info, maybe summarizing long customer threads.
Product teams.
Yep.
Operations.
For product, analyzing user feedback, creating summary reports, tracking feature requests. For ops, yeah, form filling, managing data in spreadsheets, maybe even drafting standard operating procedures based on observed workflows.
It really feels like it democratizes a lot of that administrative grunt work.
That's a great way to put it. And think about solopreneurs or freelancers. The source material described it perfectly.
Yeah.
Like hiring your first virtual assistant, but without the payroll.
Yeah, that's a powerful idea. Suddenly, A one-person shop can operate with the efficiency of a much larger team.
Exactly. It levels the playing field in some ways,
Yeah.
automating tasks that used to require hiring someone or spending your own valuable time.
Okay, so that advantage is clear, but what's the cost? Is this only for big companies or can individuals actually afford it?
It's designed to be accessible, at least to paying users. As we
Yeah.
said, it's part of the Plus, Pro, and Team plans. Free users don't get access to the agent features.
Right. And this crisis again.
Plus is $20 a month, gets you 40 agent messages. Pro is $60 a month, gets you 400 agent messages. It seems like the sweet spot for heavy users.
10 times the messages for 3 times the price.
Yep. And Team is $25 per user per month, minimum of 2 users, also with 40 agent messages per user, but adds collaboration features.
And there are enterprise and education plans coming too.
Enterprise is custom pricing, higher limits, more controls available soon, they say. Education is planned for later this year, TBD on specifics.
Okay, and let's clarify agent messages. What counts as one message?
Good point. It's not just every back-and-forth chat message. An agent message specifically refers to an action the agent takes using its tools.
Like browsing a website?
Exactly. Browsing, clicking a button, uploading a file, editing a document, running code that interacts with something. Those workflow actions consume your agent message quota.
And you can track that.
Yeah, should be under settings, then usage in your ChatGPT account. You can see how many you've used.
Okay. And just to remind everyone, still no go in Europe for now.
Correct. Pending regulatory alignment. Planned, but not yet live there.
This whole thing, it really feels like more than just a feature update. It feels like a new chapter.
I think so, yeah. It marks a pretty significant turning point in how we interact with AI. We've gone from AI as, a text generator chatbot
The Oracle.
to AI as a collaborator, helping you brainstorm or refine.
The Copilot.
And now to AI as an autonomous agent, something that can act on instructions. It's a fundamental shift from just processing information to acting on information.
Because it's not just answering questions anymore. It's thinking, planning the steps, and then doing them, acting on your behalf.
Right. It changes the cognitive load. You're not just outsourcing the research.
Great.
You're potentially outsourcing the execution of routine digital tasks.
The digital employee analogy feels pretty apt. Works fast, doesn't get tired.
Never sleeps, never gets distracted by social media.
Hopefully.
And crucially, lets you stay in charge. Which brings us squarely to safety. With this much power.
Comes great responsibility. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. OpenAI themselves called this the most powerful version yet. It's interacting with the real web, real files, potentially real money. The risks are obvious.
They are. And OpenAI seems to be taking a cautious approach, building in safeguards from the start.
Like the explicit user approval we talked about?
That's number one. It must ask before critical actions, like submitting forms, spending money, changing files.
And watch mode.
Yep, so you can see exactly what it's doing. Transparency is key. Plus, the ability to interrupt or pause it at any time gives you immediate control.
So it's not operating in a black box.
No. And importantly, it doesn't have access to everything on your computer or all your accounts by default. It uses scoped access.
Meaning?
It can only use the specific tools, files, or connections like maybe your Google Drive, your calendar, specific websites via API keys that you explicitly grant it permission to use. It's sandboxed.
Okay. And there's a log.
Yes, a full audit trail. Every step the agent takes is recorded and visible to you, so you can always review what it did.
So multiple layers of control and transparency. Their cautious rollout makes sense then.
Absolutely. Limiting usage initially, holding back in the EU for regulatory reasons, the heavy emphasis on user approval and oversight. It all points to them understanding the potential pitfalls.
But it's not all on OpenAI, is it?
No, definitely not. There's user responsibility here too. You still need to be smart about it.
Meaning, review what it's doing, especially at first.
Yes. Be careful about what apps you connect or what
Huh?
files you give it access to, particularly sensitive ones. Treat it like a very capable assistant. You're still training and supervising.
Use it as a co-pilot, albeit a much more powerful one, not just blindly trust it with everything.
Exactly. That balance the incredible power combined with robust safety features and responsible user oversight. That's what makes this potentially revolutionary, but also why it needs careful handling.
So looking ahead, this feels like just the start, right?
Oh, definitely. The announcement itself framed it that way. Expect more tools, deeper integrations with other software, smarter planning and execution. This is version 1.0 of the agentic AI era for the masses.
So for our listeners, especially those in tech, business, creative fields, now's the time to start playing with this.
I'd say absolutely. If it's available to you, get on the Pro or Plus plan, try it out, start with those simple tasks we mentioned, calendar summaries, basic research,
Get comfortable, see what it can do.
then scale up. See how it handles more complex workflows relevant to your job? If you're involved in automation in any way, this is clearly the direction things are heading. You need to understand it.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, it's clear this isn't just another feature. It might be a whole new way of interacting with technology.
A potential paradigm shift, yeah.
This move from AI giving you information to AI acting for you, it opens up so many possibilities, but also questions we need to think about. So, the final thought to leave you, the listener, with today is this. How could an AI that acts on your behalf, not just informs you, change your specific work, your daily life? What routine tasks, what complex workflows could you offload? And maybe more deeply, how does this start to redefine what productivity or even digital assistance really means to you personally?
Lots to think about as this technology unfolds.
Definitely something to ponder. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.